Every business, regardless of its size or industry, is bound to face a crisis at some point. Unfortunately, many businesses fail to survive these trying times. Statistics show that around 1 in 5 U.S. businesses fail within a year of opening their doors, with approximately half closing within 5 years. These numbers are a stark reminder that crises can come from any direction and have the potential to devastate even the most promising ventures. Whether it's a global pandemic like the recent COVID-19 outbreak, a natural disaster, or a cyber attack, it is crucial for business owners to be prepared for the unexpected. Having a well-thought-out crisis management plan in place can make all the difference between sinking or swimming when faced with adversity. So, how can you develop a workable crisis management plan for your small business? Let's explore some key steps. What is a crisis management plan for small businesses? A crisis management plan for small businesses is a crucial tool that can make or break the survival of a company. In today's unpredictable world, crises can come in various forms, ranging from self-made problems to unforeseen circumstances. It is estimated that a staggering 595,000 businesses shut down annually in the United States alone, highlighting the importance of effective crisis management. The essence of small business crisis management lies in its strategic approach to identifying potential crises, preparing for them in advance, and implementing a well-defined action plan once a crisis occurs. By proactively addressing potential risks and challenges, businesses can minimize the negative impact of crises and increase their chances of emerging stronger. One of the most important aspects of a crisis management plan is the ability to recognize and anticipate potential crises. This involves conducting a thorough analysis of the business environment, identifying vulnerabilities, and understanding the potential consequences of various scenarios. By being aware of potential risks, businesses can develop proactive strategies to mitigate them. Preparation is key in crisis management. Small businesses should develop comprehensive action plans tailored to different types of crises. For example, natural disasters pose a significant threat to businesses, and having a plan that includes evacuation procedures, emergency supplies, and communication protocols can help minimize the impact on operations and ensure the safety of employees and customers. In today's digital age, cyber attacks have become a major concern for businesses of all sizes. Small businesses should have robust cybersecurity measures in place, including firewalls, regular data backups, and employee training on recognizing and preventing cyber threats. In the event of a cyber attack, a well-prepared action plan can help minimize data breaches, restore systems, and protect the business's reputation. Lawsuits can also pose a significant threat to small businesses. By having a crisis management plan that includes legal counsel, businesses can be better prepared to handle legal disputes and protect their interests. This may involve having a designated legal team, maintaining proper documentation, and implementing risk management strategies to avoid potential litigation. Product sabotage is another crisis that businesses should be prepared for. By implementing strict quality control measures, monitoring supply chains, and having contingency plans in place, small businesses can minimize the impact of product tampering or sabotage. Swift action and effective communication with customers and authorities are essential in such situations. Labor shortages can also disrupt business operations and lead to crises. Small businesses should have contingency plans in place to address potential labor shortages, such as cross-training employees, outsourcing certain tasks, or implementing flexible work arrangements. By having alternative strategies ready, businesses can minimize the impact of labor shortages on productivity and customer service. In conclusion, a crisis management plan for small businesses is a proactive and strategic approach to dealing with potential crises. By identifying risks, preparing for different scenarios, and implementing well-defined action plans, businesses can minimize the negative impact of crises and increase their chances of survival and growth. Effective crisis management is not only about reacting to crises but also about being prepared, resilient, and adaptable in the face of adversity. Benefits of crisis management planning. In today's fast-paced and unpredictable world, resiliency has become a top priority for business leaders. According to a survey conducted by PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC, a staggering 89% of business leaders have recognized the importance of building resiliency within their organizations. However, despite this recognition, there seems to be a significant gap between talk and action when it comes to crisis management planning. Shockingly, only 49% of businesses in the United States have a formal crisis communication plan in place. This statistic highlights the urgent need for businesses to invest in effective crisis management planning. So, why should you invest in crisis management planning? The benefits are numerous and far-reaching. Let's explore some of the key advantages. Minimize downtime. One of the most significant benefits of crisis management planning is the ability to minimize downtime during a crisis. By having a well-thought-out plan in place, businesses can respond swiftly and effectively to any unforeseen event or disaster. This proactive approach ensures that critical operations can resume as quickly as possible, minimizing the impact on productivity and revenue. Reduce financial losses. Crisis situations can often result in significant financial losses for businesses. However, with a robust crisis management plan, companies can mitigate these losses by implementing strategies to protect their assets, manage expenses, and make informed decisions during times of crisis. By having a clear roadmap to follow, businesses can make calculated financial choices that will help them weather the storm and recover more quickly. Give your employees confidence. During times of crisis, employees can feel overwhelmed, anxious, and uncertain about their future. However, a well-prepared crisis management plan can provide employees with a sense of security and confidence. Knowing that their organization has a plan in place to handle any crisis can alleviate their concerns and allow them to focus on their work more effectively. This increased confidence can boost morale and productivity, leading to better overall outcomes for the business. Protect your reputation. A crisis can have a significant impact on a company's reputation. However, with a comprehensive crisis management plan, businesses can proactively manage their reputation during challenging times. By having predefined communication strategies, businesses can ensure that accurate and timely information is shared with stakeholders, minimizing the risk of misinformation or negative publicity. This proactive approach can help protect the company's brand and maintain the trust of customers, investors, and the public. Swift resumption of day-to-day operations. A crisis can disrupt normal business operations, causing chaos and confusion. However, with a well-prepared crisis management plan, businesses can quickly regain control and resume day-to-day operations. By having predefined processes and protocols in place, employees can navigate through the crisis more efficiently, ensuring that essential tasks are prioritized and executed effectively. This swift resumption of operations can help businesses minimize the long-term impact of a crisis and get back on track faster. Where do you begin with crisis management planning? Ground zero is acknowledging and acting on the need for a crisis management plan. If you're ready to take action, follow these steps. Form a crisis management team. Forming a crisis management team is a critical step in effectively managing and overcoming any crisis situation. It involves more than just designating someone to provide information and support. Ideally, a crisis management team should consist of members from various levels and departments within the organization, working together to navigate through the challenges and uncertainties that arise during a crisis. The first key aspect of forming a crisis management team is to ensure that your senior management team is actively involved. Their experience, expertise, and strategic thinking are invaluable in making informed decisions and providing guidance during times of crisis. They can provide the necessary leadership and direction to steer the organization through the storm. Including senior executives in the crisis management team demonstrates a commitment to addressing the crisis head-on and sends a strong message to the entire organization that the situation is being taken seriously. In addition to senior management, it is crucial to include representatives from every department within the organization. Each department brings unique perspectives, knowledge, and skills that are essential for effective crisis management. By involving representatives from different departments, you can ensure that all aspects of the crisis are considered and addressed comprehensively. This collaborative approach fosters a sense of unity and shared responsibility, enabling the crisis management team to work together seamlessly towards a common goal. Furthermore, it may be beneficial to select an ordinary employee to act as a conduit between the top and bottom of the organization. This individual can serve as a liaison, bridging the gap between the senior management team and frontline employees. Their role is to effectively communicate the decisions, actions, and updates from the crisis management team to the rest of the organization. By having a representative from the lower levels of the organization, you promote inclusivity and ensure that the concerns and perspectives of all employees are taken into account. Forming a crisis management team is not a one-time task but an ongoing process. It is essential to regularly review and update the team's composition based on the evolving needs of the organization. As the crisis unfolds, new challenges may arise, requiring additional expertise or perspectives. By continuously evaluating and adjusting the team, you can ensure that it remains effective and adaptable in addressing the crisis. Identify crises. In today's dynamic and unpredictable business landscape, it is crucial for organizations to proactively identify and prepare for potential crises. A crisis can be defined as any event or situation that poses a significant threat to the stability, reputation, or operations of a company. By understanding the nature of these crises and evaluating their potential impact, businesses can develop robust strategies to mitigate risks and ensure their long-term success. While every organization is unique, there are certain crises that most businesses may encounter. Cyberattacks, for instance, have become a pervasive and ever-evolving threat in the digital age. The rise of sophisticated hacking techniques and the increasing reliance on technology make it imperative for companies to prioritize cybersecurity. A single cyber breach can result in devastating financial losses, compromised customer data, and irreparable damage to a company's reputation. Therefore, it is essential for businesses to invest in robust security measures, employee training, and proactive monitoring to detect and prevent cyber threats. Another common crisis that businesses may face is industrial action. Strikes, protests, or labor disputes can disrupt operations, lead to production delays, and strain relationships with employees and stakeholders. To mitigate the risk of such crises, organizations should foster a positive work environment, promote open communication, and establish fair labor practices. By valuing employee satisfaction and engagement, companies can minimize the likelihood of industrial action and effectively address any grievances or concerns that arise. While it is crucial to address common crises, organizations must also consider the unique risks associated with their specific location and industry. For example, businesses located in hurricane-prone areas like Florida must be prepared for natural disasters. These catastrophic events can cause significant damage to infrastructure, disrupt supply chains, and lead to prolonged business interruptions. Therefore, companies in such regions should develop comprehensive disaster recovery plans, invest in insurance coverage, and establish strong relationships with local authorities and emergency response teams. By doing so, organizations can minimize the impact of crises and ensure a swift recovery. On the other hand, it is equally important to avoid allocating excessive time and resources to remote risks that may have minimal chances of occurrence. For instance, a small business operating in a rural town in Wyoming may not need to worry about international terrorist attacks. While it is essential to remain vigilant and aware of global security threats, it is equally crucial to focus on risks that are more likely to impact the organization directly. Conducting a comprehensive SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, can help businesses identify the specific risks they are likely to encounter and evaluate their likelihood and potential impact. Break your crisis management plan into 4 phases. In today's fast-paced business environment, crises can strike at any moment. Whether it's a natural disaster, a public relations nightmare, or a financial meltdown, organizations need to be prepared to navigate through these challenges. Unfortunately, many businesses only start to act when a crisis has already revealed itself, relying on on-the-fly thinking that can only accomplish so much. To ensure a more effective response, it is wise to break each crisis response down into 4 stages, pre-crisis, latent crisis, acute crisis, and post-crisis. The first phase, pre-crisis, is the planning stage. During this period, organizations invest time and resources in putting safeguards in place to mitigate potential disasters. This includes conducting risk assessments, developing crisis communication protocols, and implementing comprehensive insurance policies. By proactively identifying potential risks and preparing for them, businesses can significantly reduce the impact of a crisis when it strikes. The second phase, latent crisis, occurs during the early signs of a crisis. It is crucial to focus on communication and information sharing during this stage to help all stakeholders be proactive. By effectively communicating with employees, customers, suppliers, and the public, organizations can create a sense of transparency and trust. This enables stakeholders to stay informed and take necessary precautions, potentially preventing the crisis from escalating further. The third phase, acute crisis, is when a crisis reaches its peak and cannot be contained. This could be a natural disaster, a cyber attack, or any other event that significantly disrupts business operations. During this phase, businesses must have a well-defined plan for taking evasive action. This includes activating emergency response teams, implementing business continuity measures, and collaborating with relevant authorities and agencies. By acting swiftly and decisively, organizations can minimize the negative impact of the crisis and protect their employees, assets, and reputation. The fourth and final phase, post-crisis, is often overlooked but equally important. Crisis management planning doesn't end with the resolution of the crisis itself. It extends to the recovery stage, where organizations must focus on bouncing back quickly and effectively. This involves conducting post-crisis evaluations to identify lessons learned, implementing corrective actions, and projecting best-case and worst-case scenarios for future reference. By analyzing the crisis response and recovery process, businesses can strengthen their resilience and readiness for future crises. Formulate individual response plans. Formulating individual response plans is an essential step in effectively managing risks and preparing for potential crises. By classifying each threat and assessing its likelihood of occurring, you gain valuable insights that enable you to prioritize and allocate resources wisely. However, it is not enough to simply identify the risks. You must also develop concrete strategies to mitigate them and minimize the potential damage they may cause. One key aspect of formulating individual response plans is building up your cash reserves. Financial stability is crucial during times of crisis, as it provides you with the necessary resources to navigate through difficult situations. By setting aside funds specifically for emergencies, you can ensure that your business remains resilient and capable of weathering any storm that comes its way. Another important consideration is the possibility of shifting to temporary remote working. In today's interconnected world, technology allows for flexible work arrangements that can help mitigate the impact of certain crises. By establishing remote work protocols and providing employees with the necessary tools and resources, you can maintain business continuity even when physical access to the workplace is restricted. Furthermore, it is crucial to have prepared statements for customers and other stakeholders once a specific crisis has been triggered. Communication plays a vital role in managing crises effectively, as it helps to maintain trust and transparency. By developing pre-approved messages that address potential concerns and provide reassurance, you can ensure that your stakeholders are well informed and confident in your ability to handle the situation. In formulating individual response plans, it is important to remember that each crisis is unique and requires a tailored approach. What works in one situation may not be applicable in another. Therefore, it is crucial to regularly review and update your response plans to ensure their effectiveness and relevance. Think about your insurance. In today's unpredictable world, it's crucial to have a comprehensive crisis management plan in place. One essential aspect of such a plan is considering the role of insurance. Insurance acts as a powerful tool that can help mitigate the financial impact of various crises. It provides a safety net, a shield against the unexpected, and a means to keep your business afloat even in the face of adversity. Different types of crises necessitate diverse insurance coverage. For instance, if you are a small business owner, liability insurance should be a top priority. This type of coverage safeguards your company in the event of accidents or injuries caused to third parties. It offers you peace of mind, knowing that you are protected from potential legal and financial repercussions. But liability insurance is just the tip of the iceberg. To truly safeguard your business, you must consider other forms of insurance as well. Property insurance, for example, is essential to shield your assets against damages from natural disasters such as fires or floods. Imagine the devastating consequences if your office or production facility were to be ravaged by a sudden fire. With property insurance, you can rest assured that the financial burden of rebuilding and replacing damaged equipment will be alleviated. To ensure that you have adequate insurance coverage for your specific business needs, it's crucial to identify potential risks associated with your operations. Take the time to assess the unique challenges and vulnerabilities your business faces. Are you operating in an area prone to earthquakes? Do you rely heavily on technology and data storage? Understanding these risks will help you determine the appropriate insurance policies to protect your business. However, it's not enough to simply secure insurance coverage. Regularly reviewing your policies is essential to ensure they are up to date and in line with your current business needs. As your business evolves and grows, so do your risks. By staying informed and proactive, you can make necessary adjustments to your insurance coverage, ensuring that you are adequately protected against potential crises. Formulate a recovery plan. Formulating an effective recovery plan is crucial for any organization to bounce back from a crisis. While building and role-playing emergency response plans are essential, the recovery plan is where the real magic happens. It is the blueprint that outlines the steps and strategies to be taken to regain stability and restore operations after a crisis. In this article, we will delve deeper into the key aspects of formulating a recovery plan and explore various scenarios to ensure preparedness for any situation. First and foremost, it is important to understand that the recovery plan will vary depending on the nature of the crisis. Each crisis brings its own set of challenges and requires a tailored approach for recovery. For instance, if a crisis occurs during a time-limited sale, such as server downtime, the recovery plan may involve refunding customers or providing them with a bonus to prevent negative publicity. This not only helps in retaining customer trust, but also maintains the reputation of the organization. In the case of natural disasters, the recovery plan should focus on aspects like off-site server backups and the responsible individuals who will bring the systems back online. Knowing the location of off-site backups and having a clear understanding of the roles and responsibilities of the recovery team are essential for a smooth recovery process. This ensures that the organization can resume operations as quickly as possible, minimizing downtime and potential financial losses. Revisit and update your crisis management plans. Planning for a crisis is a crucial step, but simply creating a plan and locking it away is not enough. In order to effectively navigate through a crisis, it is essential to have up-to-date solutions that reflect the ever-changing world around us. This is why revisiting and updating your crisis management plans on a regular basis is of utmost importance. As a small business owner, it is vital to review your disaster management and continuity plans every few months. This practice will not only help you identify any emerging blind spots, but also bridge any gaps that may have arisen since the last review. By incorporating the most accurate and relevant information, you can ensure that your plans are well equipped to handle any unexpected situation that may arise. Some may argue that reviewing plans every few months is a hassle, but in reality, it is a small investment of time that can yield significant benefits. By staying on top of the situation and regularly reviewing your plans, any necessary changes or updates will likely be minimal. This proactive approach will save you time, effort, and resources in the long run. One of the key advantages of revisiting and updating your crisis management plans is the ability to identify emerging blind spots. As the world evolves, new risks and challenges may arise, and it is crucial to stay ahead of them. By reviewing your plans, you can identify any areas that may have been overlooked or underestimated in the past. This allows you to proactively address these blind spots and ensure that your business is prepared for any potential crisis. In addition to identifying blind spots, reviewing your plans also helps bridge any gaps that may have developed over time. As your business grows and evolves, your crisis management needs may change as well. By regularly revisiting your plans, you can identify any gaps in your current strategies and fill them accordingly. This ensures that your plans remain comprehensive and effective in addressing the specific needs of your business. Build a resilient business to withstand any disaster. Building a resilient business is essential in today's unpredictable world. No one wants to imagine the worst-case scenario, but as a business owner, it's crucial to face the reality and take proactive measures to protect your company. Small businesses, in particular, are more vulnerable to disasters due to their limited resources. However, with early planning and a streamlined disaster management plan, you can significantly increase your chances of withstanding any crisis. The key to building a resilient business is to be prepared for the unexpected. This means conducting a thorough risk assessment to identify potential threats and vulnerabilities. By understanding the risks your business faces, you can develop strategies to mitigate them. This could involve implementing backup systems, securing insurance coverage, or establishing emergency response protocols. In addition to risk assessment, it's essential to create a crisis management plan. This plan should outline the steps to be taken in the event of a disaster, including communication strategies, resource allocation, and decision-making processes. By having a well-defined plan in place, you can minimize confusion and ensure a swift response when disaster strikes. One crucial aspect of building a resilient business is fostering a culture of preparedness among your employees. Train your staff on emergency procedures and provide them with the necessary tools and resources to handle crises effectively. Encourage open communication and create an environment where employees feel comfortable reporting potential risks or suggesting improvements to the disaster management plan. Furthermore, it's important to stay informed about the latest developments in crisis management and learn from the experiences of others. Attend conferences, workshops, and webinars related to crisis management to gain insights and best practices. Network with other business owners who have successfully navigated through crises and learn from their strategies. Another way to build a resilient business is to diversify your revenue streams. Relying too heavily on a single product or market can leave your business vulnerable to economic downturns or industry-specific crises. By diversifying your offerings, you can spread the risk and ensure a more stable income even during challenging times. Moreover, maintaining strong relationships with your customers and suppliers is crucial for business resilience. Communicate regularly with your customers, keep them informed about any potential disruptions, and assure them of your commitment to their needs. Similarly, establish strong relationships with your suppliers and maintain open lines of communication. This will help you navigate any supply chain disruptions and ensure a steady flow of essential goods and services.